So this just in, Michael B. Jordan is now the favorite to win the Oscar over Timothée Chalamet. If it's because of this whole ballet opera comment, Timothée Chalamet's mother trained with the New York City Ballet as a child, has danced on Broadway. Timothée Chalamet's grandmother and sister, all dancers. Are there mommy issues? We don't know. Maybe. The Met, responding to Timothée Chalamet, Mexican conductor, she made a video coming out of a coffin. Esquire just posted this article. This might be the best thing that happened to opera in years. We'll see if this costs Timothée Chalamet the Oscar. Stay tuned this Sunday. All right. Welcome to the Actor's Guide to the End of the World podcast, where we talk about acting in Hollywood and white people understand. I'm Econ Song. This is
Rían, how you doing?
What's up, buddy? This is the big week, everyone. Follow us wherever you find your podcast at Actor's Guide Podcast. We're on all social media. Share with a friend. Why don't ya? And our sponsor for today's show, Indestructible Trailer. Take care of your actors without needing to worry about taking care of your trailer.
These trailers are put to the test and are built to last, no matter who's on the call sheet.
Little Tara, who just got her own Disney show. A A-list starlet who needs room for their entourage. A reality show star with their family of raccoons.
Indestructible Trailer has got you covered.
And now comes with a bidet.
For the raccoons.
All right. It is the big show, everyone. We're going to talk about the hot races right now. It is neck and neck between our favorite Timmy Chalamet, Michael B. Jordan. It's getting close. We're going to talk about the hottest locks. Might be our favorite Irish woman, someone's favorite. We got some big surprises, maybe for Best Picture. We're also doing Oscar betting odds. We're going to talk about who the favorites are. We are not betting, thank God, because if I bet last year, I would have lost all my money on Demi Moore and Substance. But for fun, we are going to talk about betting odds just in case you want to try your luck. We're going to talk about who we think is going to win, who we want to win, and more.
And less.
Let's just get right to this Best Actor race. So this actor race just got closer.
Because of what Timothée Chalamet said about...
Well, crazy enough, Michael B. Jordan got closer. Oh, yeah. We want to tease that. Timmy is firing shots again, and he is most recently getting some heat. So we're going to get into that.
Timmy, do we? Are we calling him Timmy?
Oh, of course. That's all I call him. I don't call him Timothée. I don't call him Timothée. So Michael B. Jordan won the SAG Award, SAG Actors Award. I'm just going to keep calling it SAG Actors Award. It's just such a weird name. Yep. So he won Best Lead Actor, Michael B. Jordan. It's a good win. Good speech. It's a big win. Yep. It's the one award that he won over Timmy. So this just in, Michael B. Jordan is now the favorite to win the Oscar over Timothée Chalamet. Drastic turn of events because this just happened. Oh, Timmy. If it's because of this whole ballet opera comment, oh boy. It's so funny because someone did mention Timmy Chalamet to me, and I was like, oh boy, what did he say this time? It's not the first time he's taken some shots. This interview was like weeks ago. So he's getting interviewed by Matthew McConaughey. He goes, I don't want to be working in ballet or opera or things where it's like, hey, keep this thing alive, even though like no one cares about it anymore. Now, it helps if you actually hear him say it. So he's clearly just yapping away, chopping it up with Matthew McConaughey here. So what makes this even more interesting is that Timothée Chalamet's mother trained with the New York City Ballet as a child, has danced on Broadway. Timothée Chalamet's grandmother and sister, all dancers. So all this makes for interesting conversation. Are there mommy issues? We don't know. Maybe. But we have seen some incredible clapbacks. We have the Met responding to Timothée Chalamet and showing a compilation of the many artists and professionals who do care about ballet and opera, all of their artists, and they captioned, this one's for you, Timothée Chalamet. Now, the best one comes from Mexican conductor Alondra de la Parra from Fundación Orcam. She made a video coming out of a coffin, pretending as if she's dead. Their audience is growing. They can't handle the traffic. Tickets doubled, almost tripled in the last year. Subscribers increased 54%. And it's just that vibrant, her audience. She ended by conducting a special song for Timothée. It was incredible. We're going to tag it. We're going to put it in the description. And she ended with a great note. Matthew McConaughey's response in the interview was actually pretty muted. He didn't really push back. He didn't really give much of a rebuttal. And it brings up a great point. She says, you're the adult in the room and maybe do better. So we're not here to pile on anyone or get in the middle of all this, but it is a great starting point for a conversation on the power of in-person events, ballet, opera. You and I don't have a firsthand experience with it as much as other people, and maybe it will grow from here. On that note, Esquire just posted this article. This might be the best thing that happened to opera in years. So there's definitely more attention. There's definitely a spotlight on this conversation, and it's pretty interesting. We'll see if this costs Timothée Chalamet the Oscar. Maybe it won't, but we're going to stay tuned this Sunday. Percentage-wise, it looks like Michael B. Jordan is around 52% likely to win the Oscar, and Timothée Chalamet is down to 42 to 46%. So the tide has turned. It is polarizing, and needless to say, a lot of the, like, more specifically, the older Oscar voter membership would most likely be people who are, aware or, leaning towards ballet or opera.
I saw a video response that said, well, you can't. Those are very skilled, very specific things
Oh,
that
yeah,
you
that's
can't
a good point.
do.
That's a good point.
So
yeah.
You're not just not working in them because you don't want to. I mean, they're highly skilled, and whatever you think about them, I mean, it's not a great thing to say. Like taking shots at a different art form that people work really hard at doesn't seem like the smart move.
Who's your pick for best actor?
That is a tough one. Because I've seen Sinners, I've seen Marty Supreme, I've seen
One battle after another, which we'll talk about later. Yeah, so you don't have any clear favorites for this category?
There was no performances that I'm like, that's a head and shoulders above the rest. If I had to pick one, I would probably go with Sinners, Michael B. Jordan. I haven't seen Wagner Moura in The Secret Agent, and I haven't seen Ethan Hawke in Blue Moon. There's nothing in those movies that I went, that's better than everybody. That's hands down the winner. They're all good performances.
Considering that we're actors, like what are some things that you would actually look for? Because on a base level, one thing that's interesting is the fact that Michael B. Jordan plays two roles, but also it's the fact that historically it's actually rare that an actor wins in a movie that doesn't win Best Picture. Yeah, if that makes any sense. So
yeah, it does.
If for whatever reason Michael B. Jordan wins as an actor, but the film doesn't win anything else. Oh, I should also set up Sinners got nominated for a record number of Oscar nominations, which is 16. So it would be actually pretty rare that an actor wins in a movie that doesn't win Best Picture.
I mean, probably of those three, Michael B. Jordan, I think. When you're asking, like, to your question, what makes a great performance, I'm going to go back again to the female category. Like Jessie Buckley's performance for me really left a mark on me, and I think I believed every word she said. It was just a really compelling performance. It's very hard to compare these things because every movie is so different, every script is so different, the context of it is different. It's hard for me to compare performances in that category. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, that to me was just a stunning performance. I just thought it was so powerful and so, I don't know, honest and raw, and there was so much vulnerability in it. And in the men's category, yeah, because they're different. They're all kind of, the types of films are sort of similar. You know what I mean? Like One Battle After Another, they're kind of fast-paced, fast-moving. Yeah, probably. I mean, of all of those three movies, Sinners was the most interesting to me, I think. I thought One Battle After Another was the concept.
You're talking about the movie.
Great.
You're not talking about the acting performance.
I'm
You're
talking about
the movie in
but
general,
I'm
right?
just trying to put the performance in the context of the movies themselves. Sinners was very different and unique, and I hadn't seen anything like that before, so that was really cool. I thought Michael B. Jordan did a really good job. When I'm thinking of the two characters he played now, just thinking back, and I saw it quite a while ago, I can't remember distinctly which was which. You know what I mean? Which
They've
kind of gotten closer together, I think, in my head. But I think he did a great job. You know what I mean? I really enjoyed the movie. Yeah, probably that for me. But I don't know. Was there a clear favorite for you? You have a standout in that?
I feel probably similar to you. I think there's something that's catchy about or buzzy about playing two roles.
Yeah,
it's something
I
that's
agree.
kind of impressive, but as far as the performances, I like it's actually pretty neck and neck to me. I think I want Michael B. Jordan to actually win it more on principle, to be honest. And that's kind of like how these things go. I mean, you know what I mean? There's a million ways to kind of rank it. And to your point, it's a lot of these things are subject to the project, the role, how, if you, Jessie Buckley, like you said, that's just kind of like a perfect fit and just kind of like the time for something to really pop. And, these actors, it's a director and the writer's project. It's the story. It's how you fit in that world. So it really is kind of out of your control in a way. You know what I mean? And Timmy made quite a splash with this role, and then back-to-back roles after a complete unknown last year. So if Timothée can pull this off despite taking a shot at opera and ballet, that would be something. But his PR campaign has been quite a rush this year. We're talking about how relevant film is in these days. So the topic might have got out of hand, and he wouldn't have chosen these words if he had a second chance. But I kind of see what he's saying. It's something that we have talked about. Now, this is not defending Timothée Chalamet, but I had the pleasure of going to one of his many press events. Now, I'm not going to lie. This was freaking awesome. Timothée Chalamet was interviewed by Steve Nash and LeBron James. Okay? Steve Nash, LeBron James. He's a super diehard New York Knicks NBA fan. Grew up watching LeBron. It was actually really cute watching him gush over LeBron James. It was really cute. And I'm not going to get too much into it, but there was a couple things that were really enlightening. You see some of the greatest basketball players to ever play, and then Timothée Chalamet, and them kind of geeking out over the parallels between acting, basketball, being a professional athlete, and being a professional actor on the highest stage. Incredible parallels. The one thing I will say is the amount of, they talked a lot about mindset. They talked about a lot about focus, intensity, visualization. LeBron talks about that all the time. The one practical thing, the little tidbit, Timothée Chalamet said on A Complete Unknown and Marty Supreme, no phone. Turn his phone off. If you need to get in touch with him, it was in person or someone he was closely connected to. The phone was off for both of those movies. It was a way to lock in. It was a way to cut out the distractions, cut out the noise. And he got that from LeBron James. LeBron James turns his phone off during the playoffs. He has his team. If there's any important things, people can get in touch with him for emergencies, but his phone is off. And that gives you an insight into the type of focus and determination for being on the highest stage and the highest level as an athlete and as an actor. The other thing I will add, obviously, the basketball players, Steve Nash and LeBron James, have no idea what it's like to be essentially a movie star, working from project to project, having a project here, then time off there. What is your mentality? How do you keep in shape? Which is a great question. How does Timothée Chalamet keep in shape between projects? And Timothée Chalamet's answer was really intriguing. His mission between projects is don't destroy yourself. Keep in the game, keep in shape, keep sane, however you want to take that. Don't let it out, whether he's talking about partying, whether he's talking about anything. Just don't go out of control. Keep your eye on the prize, and don't destroy yourself. And for someone who's 30 years old in Hollywood, because we've seen many stories of that being a problem, I think that's actually really sound. I think that's really wise. Anyway, this is not a Timothée Chalamet apology tour, but it just so happens that was this past week. He was talking to he was talking to Matthew McConaughey. He was talking to LeBron James and Steve Nash. And so he's putting together quite the press tour. Well, okay, so let's get to Jessie Buckley. So if there's any lock, it's Jessie Buckley. I mean, she's just running away with it. She's pretty much won every award. Right now, her odds
pretty good odds.
Minus 4,000, which essentially means that you would have to pay $4,000 to win 1,000. Right. If you're not a bettor, I mean, just try to picture that. To win $1,000, you have to bet $4,000, which basically means that you're probably going to get your money back. And just to explain these odds, when you see a minus in front of the number, it means you're the favorite. If you have a plus, that means you're the underdog. When you see minus 150, that means you have to bet $150 to gain 100. They're the favorite. It's more likely that they're going to win, so the odds are a little less. If it's plus 135, that means you bet $100 and you gain $135 back. So it's a little more favorable for betting on the underdog. Wow. Second in the running is Rose Byrne. If I had legs, I'd kick you. I still want to watch that. I heard it was good. We have Renate Rhines for Sentimental Value. Emma Stone is actually third after Rose Byrne. And then there's Kate Hudson for Song Sung Blue. So, yeah. I mean, Jessie Buckley's going to run away for that one. And I'll say this again. When she was giving birth, I felt like I was giving birth. That is a performance. Let's get to Best Supporting Actress. We have Teyana Taylor, Inga Lilias for Sentimental Value, Elle Fanning for Sentimental Value, Amy Madigan, and Wunmi Mosaku. Teyana Taylor's been a favorite for a while.
She was great in it. I thought she was excellent in it. She was in less of it than I thought.
Wunmi Mosaku, who shines in Sinners, she won the BAFTAs. Amy Madigan has become the favorite after she won the SAG Award. Also, she won Critics' Choice Award.
She had a lovely speech as well. Yeah.
It was good?
Yeah, she just seems like a really nice person. I just, and has been working away for a long time. Her character scared the fuck out. It was creepy as fuck in Weapons, but I mean, she seems like a lovely person.
And then you have Teyana Taylor, who was the favorite going into the SAG Awards, and she did win the Golden Globe, but now this one's pretty split. We know that Amy Madigan's the favorite, but that's a great race. That could really go either way. I think I'll go Amy Madigan on that one.
Probably Teyana Taylor for me. I thought she was great. I thought she was a really compelling character in it.
So, Best Supporting, we have Sean Penn, Jacob Elordi.
Let's give it to Delroy Lindo, can we?
Stellan Skarsgård, Delroy Lindo, and Benicio del Toro. I mean, this is also a great race. Sean Penn is a pretty heavy favorite now after he won the SAG Award. He didn't even show up, by the way. That's how good he was. He didn't even show up, and he still got it. He's the favorite. I'm looking at these odds. I'm shocked. My boy Jacob is the least likely. He's literally the last. I thought after Jacob Elordi won the Critics' Choice Award that he was just going to run away with this, to be honest. He played freaking the creature in Frankenstein, hours of makeup, but here we are. Sean Penn's the favorite, and he was great in one battle after another, but we'll see who wins. Second is Stellan Skarsgård. That would be cool if Stellan Skarsgård got it.
I love Stellan Skarsgård. I'd like to see Delroy Lindo win it too.
Yeah, Sean Penn might get it. If you start seeing battle after another start sweeping everything, Sean Penn's going to get it.
Yeah, I could see Sean Penn getting it. I mean, he is, that's a hell of a character in that movie that he plays.
So these odds right now, Sean Penn is the favorite at minus 320. Stellan Skarsgård is plus 430. Delroy Lindo, plus 750. Benicio del Toro, plus 2,700. And Jacob Elordi is last at plus 3,300. Wow. Let's talk about this real quick. So this is the first time that they're doing best casting. We're talking about Francine Maisler for Sinners, Cassandra Koulakundis for One Battle After Another, Jennifer Venditti for Marty Supreme, Gabrielle Dominguez for The Secret Agent, and Nina Gold for Hamnet. The most interesting thing about this award is it's unclear how you even gauge it. Are you saying that, hey, because you cast Miles Caton, the young protagonist in Sinners, that was extraordinary casting? Or is it the entire ensemble? The irony, sentimental value, had the most actor nominations. Stellan Skarsgård and three of the actresses. And they didn't get nominated for best casting.
Well, was it like one? I think it's great that casting is getting recognized as well, because that's a huge part of the process. And I think it's a tough job. I really do. And I think that a good casting director is invaluable. You know, I think good casting directors can make or break a project. The ambiguity around it is interesting, because there is a degree of ambiguity about every award. Best actor, what does that mean? Best performance, was it the most compelling performance? Was it the best executed performance? Was it, there's so many variables. It is so subjective that it's hard to, it's hard to pin down any of these things.
So a fun story about the casting for Sinners, because Miles Caton, the fact that they found him, that has a lot to do with the casting of Sinners. This might shed some light on the power of a good casting director. Ryan Coogler's retelling the story of how they found Miles Caton, and he admitted he doesn't like the audition process at all. He's not comfortable being around anxious people, and that's why he doesn't like auditions. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to say. I know that says a lot about actors, right? But he's like, I just don't know what to say. I let Francine Maisler, who does most of my projects, do all the talking. She knows exactly what she's doing. And this is actually he's probably not the only one. The energy you give off in the room is getting picked up. And Ryan Coogler described it as like he has an antenna. If someone's giving him anxiety, he's getting the anxiety. You know what I mean? And that's not that uncommon. They found a kid because they're looking for this kid, and naturally in this film, he needs to be an incredible singer. They're tracking down this kid. He's not an actor. He sends in a video that's completely dark in a basement. They're like, well, there's something there because he obviously has an incredible voice. He ghosts them because he finds out that he's graduating high school and he's a touring professional musician. He's literally about to graduate high school and he's touring around the country. And that's why they couldn't find him. They find an Instagram video of his mom cheering him on, so proud, about to get his high school diploma. They finally track him down. He sends in a tape. They bring him into the room. He is with Ryan Coogler, Francine Maisler, Michael B. Jordan, Ludwig, the composer genius of Sinners, who's also going to check his music skills. They literally have this entire team praying that this guy is the answer. Like, it's kind of like the age-old story. They all want you to win. Apparently, he was very, very nervous and very anxious. Michael B. Jordan took him out of the room because Michael B. Jordan, obviously, he grew up as a child actor as well. Took him out of the room for 30 minutes. And in Ryan Coogler's words, he said he came back an actor. Literally, he doesn't know what Michael B. Jordan said, but he came back an actor, and then there you go. Sometimes it takes that many people to get someone over the line, but he did it. So that's all the work behind the scenes of, finding a star like Miles Caton. That movie doesn't work without him. And the last note about this casting Oscar, One Battle After Another, Teyana Taylor shines. We also have Chase Infinity, the young actor who plays Leo DiCaprio's daughter, and she was incredible. Sean Penn is transformative. Benicio crushes as usual. You have Sinners, Francine Maisler, who's a veteran, they discovered Miles Caton and Wunmi Mosaku. Marty Supreme, you have Odessa Zion, Kevin O'Leary, even Tyler, the creator. We never talked about him, but that's another stunt casting. Hamnet, you have all the child roles, Jesse Buckley, of course. So we get an idea how casting can kind of put an imprint on these films. And maybe that's what they're gauging. You know, that one scene, Battle After Another, the older, I guess he was essentially Border Patrol, or I believe they were Border Patrol. That scary investigator that was interrogating the kids.
Yeah.
That was a real life Border Patrol agent. He's not an actor.
Oh, really?
So, you know.
Another non-actor.
Exactly. And you can imagine his experience came in handy for that role, and he did a great job interrogating and scaring the crap out of a bunch of kids. So that was that really helped the film for sure.
Interesting. Yeah, those are the things. I mean, those are the things that you know, when you see an actor in a film that you're not familiar with, and they put in a performance like that, you're like, okay, great. That's the point. You know what I mean? That's the beauty of casting directors. Like, it's okay to put Timothée Chalamet in a movie and everybody knows. Even, you know, Leonardo DiCaprio, I thought, did a great job in One Battle After Another. I don't know if it was wildly different to other characters that I've seen Leonardo DiCaprio play. You know what I mean? He does it. He's very, very good at what he does, and he does it well every time. I don't know if the character for me was wildly different than other characters I've seen from him before. So it is those little things, I think, that make a massive difference, and I think that makes something very compelling. And the story of them too, like, you know, Everything Everywhere All at Once that year was the story that sort of went along with that, with all the actors in that, was really compelling. You know, and to see them win Oscars and to hear their speeches and hear, like, at the end of the day, that's really what draws me in. Anyway, I don't know. It's the story. The story often makes it for me.
Yeah, that's a great point. So, if you were going to pick a winner for best casting, what would you pick?
Probably Hamnet for the kids. I thought the kids were incredible. That's a real tough one to nail. And the two brothers who played, you know, like the Hamnet, and then his older brother played Hamlet in the play, I thought were fantastic. And the girls, I mean, those kids were unbelievable. So for that, I would say Hamnet. Also, Nina Gold is a great, you know, well-known casting director. Yeah,
I'd probably go Francine Maisler, but you know, at that point, it's a you know, you're splitting hairs. Francine Maisler, and I mean, she really is one of the top in the industry for sure.
Yeah,
that's a close one. So let's talk about Best Picture here. Sinners, Oscar nominated a record 16 times. The only award they won was Box Office Achievement at the Golden Globes, SAG Ensemble, and the WGA Award for Original Screenplay, which is good, but, you know, that being said, One Battle After Another is winning everything.
Yeah.
And so let's finally talk about One Battle After Another, because you saw it. It won Best Picture, Critics' Choice, Golden Globe, Best Picture, Best Director, Critics' Choice, Best Director, Golden Globes, and all this stuff. So we got a really good race with these two. The odds are One Battle After Another, heavy favorite, -500. We have Sinners at second, +340. Then Hamnet, then Marty Supreme, then Sentimental Value, then Frankenstein. So let's talk about One Battle After Another. So what's your take on that?
I enjoyed it. I wish I'd probably seen it in the cinema. I think that would have made it a bit more impactful.
Oh, you watched it on the screener at home?
Yeah, I watched it at home. So I think...
Good for you.
I think seeing it in the cinema might have made a difference to my experience of it. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a bit long, to be honest.
Well, I mean, all of them were this year.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't shatter my world, but I really enjoyed the movie. I really like Paul Thomas Anderson, you know, I will say, but like, that's not my favorite movie of his. Not for any real reason, you know. I thought there was a lot of great things about it. Just as a whole, it felt a little disjointed or something, I think, for me.
You know, it's an adaptation of a novel, right?
I did not. So now I do.
That's probably a beast of a novel to adapt.
There's just a whole lot going on. You know what? Maybe it was just too much of an adrenaline fest. Yeah, it was great. I mean, I thought the performance was great. Sean Penn was like...
mind blowing,
mental.
I thought Sean Penn was mind blowing. Yeah,
there's no film I've seen this year that's gone.
Well, I mean, to be honest, you're so fired up about Hamnet. I think that's good enough for you.
And that's still in Best Picture. You know, it's not going to win by all accounts, but that movie like left a mark on me. That was pretty.
If you were going to pick Best Picture, you pick Hamnet, right? Obviously.
I would. Yeah.
I mean, you know me. I'm Jacob Elordi fan number one. So I do have a soft spot for Frankenstein because I was really surprised at how much I liked it.
That was pretty wonderful. I do want to see Train Dreams. I still haven't seen Train Dreams.
Well, it's on Netflix at least. Besides our SAG screener,
it's still in the theater, I think.
And it's nominated for best cinematography, so it got nominated at least because well deserved. So the percentages: One Battle After Another supposedly is around 78%, and Sinners is 14%. Hamnet might be 6%. So these are just early betting odds. So One Battle After Another. And you know, for those that haven't seen it, to be honest, there was this is my thing about One Battle After Another. There was so much hype about it because all the film geeks were blowing their minds saying it was the best film ever. I kind of don't get it. Like I love Paul Thomas Anderson. You're going back to Boogie Nights. You're going back to Punch Drunk Love. There Will Be Blood. There was so much hype over this movie, and it's incredibly timely. It talks about government surveillance. It talks about a lot of, you know, themes that are happening right now. Paul Thomas Anderson is just, you know, he's up there. He's up there with Quentin Tarantino. The way that people are talking about this film, they're describing like it's more of Paul Thomas Anderson's loss than Sinner's gain. Does that make sense? Like the way that people look at this, and I could see it is this is the one chance Paul Thomas Anderson has to win.
Yeah, I mean,
he's been around for so long.
Yeah,
this is the closest. This is probably the one of his most successful films. And if there's any film that could win Best Picture, it's this one.
Yeah, I do understand that there is a certain amount of almost like an honorary Oscar for all of the work that you've done rather than one specific film. I'm not saying that's this necessarily, but like I think people felt that way about Leonardo DiCaprio as well.
Oh, winning for Revenant?
Yeah, when he did finally win.
Yeah.
Because he'd been nominated a bunch of times. So,
yeah,
I mean, I've no problem with that. Like, I think Paul Thomas Anderson is a great director.
I wouldn't be surprised if he won. I mean,
no, I wouldn't either.
It's one thing for Best Director. He probably will get Best Director. Best Picture is kind of a toss-up. Best Director, Paul Thomas Anderson, Ryan Coogler, Chloe Zhao, Josh Safdie, and Joachim Trier. Paul Thomas Anderson is the favorite, minus 1,500. Ryan Coogler is second for plus 800. So Paul Thomas Anderson is the favorite. And then you have Best Picture. One Battle After Another is minus 500. Sinners plus 340. Then Hamnet. Then Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, and Frankenstein. So One Battle After Another.
Yeah, look, it looks like it's going to clean up a little bit.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not that much of a surprise. We're just going to have to wait and see. I am rooting for Sinners. I think it's an underdog. It's an underdog I can get behind. As far as Best Picture, I actually would put it as Best Picture over One Battle After Another. I enjoyed the film the most. Just hearing Ryan Coogler over the award season speak about the movie, I actually got to see him talk about the montage sequence at the juke joint with all of his production team, the costume designer, the editor, production design, the cinematographer. I saw how much heart and passion and care he put into this film, and that alone is enough for me to vote for Sinners. Also, the disrespect when Sinners was a box office hit and Variety was using headlines like, oh, well, it might not make its money back, or, oh, this was still not that great an opening. I think that this is the real underdog story, and that's why I'm rooting for Sinners. So that's it. That's my pick. That's my pick.
Sinners, I mean, Sinners is a good one. The other thing about Sinners that kind of works against it is it was released back in sort of, the first half of the year. So that's a harder journey, I think, to the Oscars sometimes. I feel like there's a sweet spot there where if you release it within these few months, you have a better chance.
100%. One thing I will add, that's kind of, I'm so blown away and also appreciative of the fact that they got nominated, considering that they've been out for so long.
I am too, and I wonder if it was just that they didn't expect to get nominated or why release it at that time, you know what I mean?
It came out in April.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. That is a really long time ago. To each their own. It's like you want a hugely successful movie. Ryan Coogler, incredibly passionate.
I love hearing him talk as well, Ryan Coogler. I've been really enjoying these interviews I see pop up on
very thoughtful
on Instagram and stuff.
Also, the incredible deal that he got, the incredible deal that he's going to get the movie back in 25 years. Not only that, Coogler is so passionate about film. He's trying to keep the film format alive. Literally, he was breaking down all the film formats. It is the first film in history to be shot simultaneously and combine two different aspect ratios. It was an ultra wide, ultra Panavision. For those who aren't film geeks, it might be hard to picture, but this is literally a first time in film history. So he's a super film geek, and he really appreciated that. It's in the tall IMAX aspect ratio, and it's also in the ultra wide, ultra Panavision aspect ratio. Groundbreaking technique mixes epic panoramic views with intimate, immersive tall frames, specifically shifting these different things. And it was the first time in history that one film got to do it. So you have so many things that you're playing around with. It was also a huge box office success. And then also on top of it, nominated for 16 Oscar nominations. I don't think the Oscar nominations was the number one on the priority. I think it was just like, hey, let's make a great film. We put our blood, sweat, and tears in it, and hope for the best. Yeah. But yeah, 16 nominations is a cherry on top, really. But talk about a passionate filmmaker. Ryan Coogler, it's hard not to like him. And that's it. Let's do it. Hidden gems.
My hidden gem this week, just because I just came back from there, I spent the day in Joshua Tree.
Nice.
Today.
I should have told you. I don't know if you remember the restaurant that I did. What's your hidden gem?
Did you? It was at Pappy and Harriet's.
Oh my God! I knew you were gonna do that. That is hilarious.
Was that going to be yours?
I literally used that as a hidden gem when I came from Joshua Tree.
That's right, you did.
But credit to you. You have incredible taste because I did do that hidden gem.
I'm doubling down on that hidden gem because that is
fine.
fantastic. I had ribs there today, and
you actually ate. Oh wait, you do eat meat, but you don't. You try to cut down on the bread.
I don't eat bread, but I actually did eat it today. I had a bison burger as well and ribs.
There you go.
So might have to atone for all the meat I ate today, but
there you go. Pappy's and Harriet's. That's where you go, everyone.
Fantastic. It's just great. Good. And then we wandered around Pioneer Town, and then I bought some stuff in the shop which I wouldn't normally buy. I bought some like desert balm, it's called. It's like this stuff you could just put on your hands. It smells amazing. You put it on your hands or your face. All
right, well there you go. Pappy and Harriet's, everyone. You got a double dose. Pappy and Harriet's, that's where you go.
Sorry, as I said, I was like, you did say this the other day, didn't you?
So my hidden gem, I've been sitting on this for a while because I never actually used it. Someone was telling me about Too Good To Go. This is an app. I knew about it. I knew of it. I never really got used to it. You never heard of it, have you?
I don't think so.
So Too Good To Go is an app that helps restaurants get rid of their excess food.
Oh.
So bakeries, restaurants, you legally aren't allowed to give the food away. There's a legal liability, meaning that there's so much waste leaving that you have to get rid of for restaurants. This is a way you can pick up, you can order it. It's no different than ordering DoorDash, except you get heavily discounted prices. You get huge surprise grab bags of pastries. It is so brilliant. Someone mentioned it to me last week, and I was like, oh, let me try this. I haven't stopped. It is a problem. I have huge croissants. I have a chocolate cinnamon roll, creamy pastries. I have all these decadent desserts. I have 7 bagels. I literally had a bag of 7 bagels that I just been chomping on. You're cutting out bread, so this is going to be a death to you.
Is this? I mean, I don't eat bread anyway. But is this?
Yeah.
Is this?
Yeah, it's every city.
Is
well,
it
I mean,
only?
to be honest,
is it only that kind of like? Is it all types of food? Or I mean, you've just described a lot of cakes and stuff.
there's a lot of bakeries, but there are some restaurants. Like I did go to one, Feast of the East. It's a random Chinese restaurant in the West Side, and I got a Chinese chicken salad. So yeah, I'm not faulting a Chinese chicken salad. It's a variety, but a lot of bakeries, and it depends on what part of the city. So you can search by area. IKEA literally gives out Too Good to Go.
I know you.
By the way, that's a second bonus hidden gem. If you go to IKEA, go to the food court. It is so much fun. Great food. Swedish meatballs. They have vegan options. It's amazing. So you have IKEA on Too Good to Go. And if you happen to be in Glendale, I know I'm just loading it on. I'm giving you so many hidden gems. Apparently there's a catering company in Glendale. Yeah. It's Too Good to Go. I think it's green. There's a catering company in Glendale that actually gives out meals. And they give meals out every day, discounted meals. So not only are you getting discounted meals, but you can have the feeling good about yourself because you are saving the environment and you are saving waste.
This is great. This is such a cool idea. I was talking about this with someone the other day, like how much waste there is in every aspect of hospitality, from food to packaging to straws to like everything. There's so much waste and so much food gets thrown out. It's interesting that for this week, your hidden gem was, doing in combating food waste by making it available to go, and mine was where I just ate as much
that's true.
As
you
I
just stuffed your
possibly
face.
could. So you've really shown me up
That's true.
this week, you son of a bitch.
Yep. Another week. Well, you were just stuffing your face. Anyway, that's our show, everyone. Enjoy those hidden gems, and we'll be back. We're gonna do our Oscar reaction to the big show. We'll see if Timmy can pull it off.
Sorry, I'm on this app already. I'm like fascinated by this thing.
I knew you'd enjoy it. See you next week. Have a great one.
See you next week, guys.